Notre Dame's 2024 class entered Tuesday with the nation's number 14 ranked class. But by the end of the day, it catapulted inside the top 10. Garby Lambert, the nation's number 54 ranked player overall out of the state of Massachusetts, committed to Notre Dame, and he is a monster at 6'6", 290 pounds. He's the number 4 ranked offensive tackle in the entire country. Lambert's commitment pushed Notre Dame from 14 all the way up to number 8 in the Irish. They're still looking for more. We got a big visit weekend on tap with Ohio State coming to South Bend this weekend. We'll see if Notre Dame recruiting can climb even higher in the rankings by the end of the weekend. Irish fans, listen, subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel. We just started this page and it's exploding. Almost 10K in the first month. We need you guys to be a part of it. Hit subscribe. All right. It's time to get going. Let's bring on Mike Singer from Blue and Gold. Mike, recruiting, it's getting hot at the right time here. What do you credit this uptick to?
I kind of feel like this is a softball question that, it's just kind of an easy way to go the Marcus Freeman route. And that's where I'm going to go. Because every time I talk to sources inside the Goog, in South Bend, the answer is asking that kind of similar question, like, why is Notre Dame doing so well in the recruiting show right now? It's, man, Marcus Freeman and that leadership, like how hard he works on the recruiting trail. When your boss is working really, really hard and you see that, it trickles down to the employees, right? Josh, we could vouch for that. And that's what's happening at Notre Dame as well. Like Marcus Freeman does not take days off on the recruiting trail, and neither do his assistants. So it's a really the staff, it just seems like they have one single mind, one single focus. Like they work well together. They're just clicking on all cylinders, and it's a number 8 class right now, like you said, Josh. But if you talk to those Notre Dame coaches, I think they'd want to argue that it's number 1.
Yeah, I get what you're alluding to. Our CEO here, Shannon Terry, he keeps his foot on the gas nonstop, which is why we're great. And like at Notre Dame, it's Marcus Freeman. He upholds the standard there. The current class is ranked number 8. And we were talking about this off air before we started. The strength of this class is what?
The defense is good. Don't get me wrong. Notre Dame's very happy about the defense, but when you go through the offense position groups, it's so fantastic. They got their number 1 quarterback on the board in CJ Carr, committed last summer. They got him in early. He's been helping build the class. They're ecstatic about landing CJ Carr. The running back duo of Aeneas Williams and Kedron Young, you can argue is top 3 or 4 in the country in terms of duos at the running back position. The receivers, Cam Williams, a guy who I think is probably going to end up as a 5-star, just in my conversations with Charles Power. Charles absolutely loves Cam Williams. They got Micah Gilbert's a really solid, big-bodied possession receiver. Maybe Micah would be mad if I called him a possession receiver, but that's kind of like he is very good at receiving the football. And then Logan Saldate from California, a speedster who's going to be dynamic out of the slot. They got the tight end they wanted in Jack Larson. Who's an outstanding pass catcher, can be a really good move tight end. And then your offensive line class of Peter Jones, Styles Prescott, and getting Garby Lambert. It's an outstanding offensive line class. And, of course, Anthony Knapp from the Atlanta area. It was a good offensive line class. And then you get Garby Lambert. That takes it to, an A+.
Yeah. Now, this weekend, the weekend we've all been waiting for. Ohio State comes to South Bend, so we know the recruits will be there. Give me the top 2 or 3 most important recruits that'll be on campus this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, the visitor list is definitely loaded for Notre Dame, but I'll give you guys a few in the 2025 class. The nation's number 2 safety per On3, Jadon Blair from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. This will be his second visit to Notre Dame. The Irish weren't able to land a big-time Chicago defensive lineman in this 2023 class with Justin Scott committed to Ohio State. Well, Chris Burgess from Chicago Simeon, also very high on both programs. Notre Dame's looking to get Burgess in that 2025 class. He's visiting this weekend. Owen Strebig looks like the number 1 offensive tackle on the board in 2025 from Wisconsin. He'll be on campus. Another elite Chicago talent, Talon Taylor from Geneva Community, a top 100 player per the On3 industry ranking. He's going to make his way to South Bend. So there's 4 big names for Notre Dame in the 2025 class, all ranked highly, and all guys that the Irish staff would love to have.
And we know with any big visit weekend comes surprises. Are there any last-minute additions that could be on your radar? How's the first few weeks of college football going for you guys? The games have been great, but you know what's not great? Finding last-minute tickets. Finding tickets before a game can be an absolute nightmare, but don't let this be the way your season goes. That's why I'm here to tell you about Game Time. It's the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all the big-time matchups. Game Time will get you to this year's biggest college football games with elite deals on last-minute tickets and the best price guarantee. Don't stress over getting into your favorite team's biggest rivalry game of the year. There's only so many big games, and you need to get these tickets at the best prices. Game Time is the place for last-minute ticket deals. Forget planning months in advance. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the day of the event. Game Time has deals on tickets from the start of the event, even an hour after it starts. It's the place for last-minute ticket deals. Get exclusive flash deals on tickets on all sports and entertainment events. Yes, you can use Game Time for concerts as well. So here's what we're going to do. Snag the tickets without stress with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code INSIDESCOOP for $20 off your purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, use code INSIDESCOOP, INSIDESCOOP for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
2024 class, Notre Dame under Marcus Freeman is known to be very aggressive late in the cycle. Just when you are hearing as a recruiting writer, like, oh, this is what they're wanting to do. They hit their mark at this spot. I don't ever believe it, Josh, because they always seem to go and take that extra player at a certain spot. So definitely keep an eye on that this weekend. Things might be reported over the weekend when reporters lay eyes on the prospect before the game or what have you. But that's definitely going to be something to keep an eye on, Josh.
All right. Well, we know in recruiting you got to strike while the iron is hot, and right now the iron is hot. So, Mike, who do you think could be the next Notre Dame commitment?
Yeah, there's several guys that I think are possibilities. The one that comes to mind the most is Daniel Anderson from Bryant, Arkansas. Really interesting, Josh. When he camped at Notre Dame in early June, this running back prospect in the 2025 class had one offer. What was it? Long Island, I think, in New York. That was the only school that offered him. Notre Dame loved him at camp, offered him, and now several other schools have offered him, Mississippi State, Tennessee, a few others. So I like Daniel Anderson. He's visited Notre Dame twice already. I think this could be for the win for the Irish. And then Notre Dame would have two running back commits already in the 2025 class. Anderson would join Justin Thurman from the Tampa area down in the Sunshine State. So there's definitely some others on commit watch, but Daniel Anderson for me seems like the most likely.
All right. Well, it is a huge weekend in South Bend. Blue and Gold, Mike Singer, they'll have you covered. If there's any surprise visitors, if there's any commitments, you won't want to miss the content on Blue and Gold. Mike Singer, thank you for dropping by the Inside Scoop.
Of course, Josh. Thank you, man.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that content, be sure to subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel. We have a new page dedicated only to recruiting. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now.